Welcome to the gray areas of life. I'm your host, Edward Stanley. And today is a subject that I know may get me in trouble, but oh well. Have you ever had a relationship go up in smoke? Poof. The person that you have end up leaving and you're stuck? Or the person that you end up loving, you end up leaving because they're stuck? Let's dive into that. Here's what it actually boils down to. The reason why the relationship got stale, no matter what type of relationship you're in, is because the ability not to change. That's all it is. And see, what I tend to realize when it came to relationships, most people say, oh, person A and person B broke up because of money issues. Person A and person B broke up because of infidelity. Person A, person B broke up from whatever the case. There's only two reasons why people break up. One is one person's too needy, or one person neglects. Them are the only two reasons. I know it wasn't groundbreaking, but then again, it may have sound groundbreaking. And Edward Stanley, you don't know what you're talking about because it's not that simple. There's a reason because of it. Yeah. I know. Trust me. I know. I've been there before. I sat through with this brain of mine and thought of all the reasons on why. But then it came down to it real simple. Because I've been there, I realized the reason for it. Before you do anything, you got to look at oneself. You got to look at oneself. The reason why you got to look at oneself is because you have to realize one, when you look in the mirror, sit back, put yourself in the other person's shoes, and try to see, picture how they see things, of going, what actually drove to this point. When you do that, you end up seeing that, yeah, what you was doing drove to this point. The reason why it drove to this point is because you got caught up in the here and you didn't really know how to, the word that I seem to find everybody loves, communicate. Little fun fact, men and women communicate differently, but that's a no-brainer because I know some of the women out there going, yeah, we know we communicate differently because y'all don't freaking communicate. And men go, we communicate, y'all just talk too much. Yeah, that's we're not going into that because I know my comment section is about to blow the heck up. Anyway, first thing you got to do when coming off a breakup, whatever, it's not the whatever, but coming off a breakup, you have to look at oneself. You have to realize what the person you was. Once you get over the blaming stage of why this person did it, look at oneself. Either you realize that you neglected that person or you was too needy. After the breakup, yeah, you will become needy, or before or after the breakup, you will start neglecting, which is fine things, but well, no, not fine things. But when that happened, you have to realize, where can you improve oneself? Real simple. You can improve oneself by just going, wow, this happened. This person has moved on. This person don't want to have nothing to do with you in the life. And you start to let it sink in. You deal with the pain. If you cry, you cry. You deal with the anger. But what you don't do is try to take it out on the person that actually hurt you. Like I told you, there's a reason why they left, because they already got to that point where you hurt them. So trying to retaliate is going to do nothing but more damage you in here, where you go want to wish bad for them, but then that's when they'll end up moving on with life and you'll be still sitting there going, well, uh, why nothing bad happened to him yet? Because it's not meant for him. Just to speed this along, once you actually realize what the problem was, you move on. Not move on in the sense, if you still love the person, you want them back, yeah, you can try. And there are tips here. There's not quick trips, quick tips, but basically what you need to do is actually find one that you can actually manifest into going, how can I be a better person to change? That's all what it comes down to. You don't hold grudges, you got to change. And even if it is somebody that you still love, or somebody's that you still love, you have to work on you first. Because no matter what relationship you go into, you're taking that mental baggage from your past, of past relationships, of past everything, feelings, pain, hurt, whatever, into your comfort zone to go into a new relationship, when in all honesty, you need to let everything sink in. You need to step back. If you still don't see the picture, take 10 more steps back. If it's still not making sense, take more steps back. Until you can actually get that picture, that's the only thing you can do. Time and patience can be your best friend, but it can't feel eternity. It can't feel like eternity. So, yeah, you have to occupy your time. You have to do the stuff to actually go, okay, what do I need to do to actually change? So that way I can go forward in whatever I need to pursue in life. Because love hurts. It will punch you in the mouth and leave you dizzy. It would take your freaking heart and step on it. When you go home at night, depression and sadness will be waiting on the bed for you, like, hey, you arrived. You ready to come in now? I got that from Les Brown. He talked about that. You can find that on this channel as well. um, or probably not on this show, but it's YouTube. You can find it. Regardless, love is one of the most joyous things that you could ever have. But before you actually can say that you love somebody else, because you can truly love somebody else, but you got to truly love yourself first. Because no matter what relationship you may want, what relationship you may have, if it's on the outskirts, you can fix it before it goes to a breakup. If it broke up, you can have a chance to try to get the person that you love back. You can actually try to find the person that you love to move forward. Because you can't do it as long as you focus on yourself. Do the things to make yourself right, and everything is possible. Because there's white areas There's black areas. To get from the white to the black or the black to the white, it's not a straight line most of the time. There's gray areas to actually get there. As my mama always told me. Share, like, and subscribe. Leave comments below. I have been your host, Edward Stanley. This has been the Gray Areas of Life. And hopefully you can actually love yourself being single if you take the time to actually love yourself being single. See y'all next time.